Okay, class, so I've had some questions about what to do, you're confused, things like that. So I am in weekly assignments. I just clicked on that, and that's what you get. Week 1 and week 2. By now, everybody should have finished the very first setup pieces of your enrollment quiz, your syllabus, and all that good stuff. The second part is starting your actual assignments in your e-text and SAM. Okay, so and this is extended until tonight, the 19th. So you have your textbook project, your project A, and project B. Okay, when you click on this, read this information in here. Don't just skim through it because you know there's some good information in here. Let me turn my email off for just a second. But you know, read this information. Okay, so I'm going to click on week 2, which is due tonight. Okay, I extended it to the 19th. Okay, so we're going to go in and your week 2 directions. Okay, so you'll get a start file, instruction file, all that good stuff. Down here I have the solution files for the textbook project and project 1A. Okay, here's some other information, how to correct any errors that you have in SAM, how to get your results. There's a video link right there. Okay, here is your first textbook project 1.1. I have video here of how to get started, how to upload it in SAM, and I'm hoping that you can see these. Okay, if for some reason you cannot, please let me know. Okay, so you're going to go through the very first section of your e-text till you get to the quiz for the very first section. I think there's either 2 or 3 sections in chapter 1 or module 1. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. Okay, so it takes me to SAM. Okay, here's the solution file. I don't know if you even have access to that. Okay, I'm just going to click on it, and so we can see what it's supposed to look like. You probably don't have access to this, but this is the first textbook project. So you follow the steps in the first section of your e-text to complete this letter. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And you're going to save it. I'm going to close it for now. But make sure that you keep this same file name. Just add your first and last name at the end. Okay. Alright, so here is the start file. Okay, so I'm going to click on that right here, this little blue box. It's going to come down here to the bottom. I'm going to open it up. Enable editing. And it's blank because I have to go to my e-text. I'm going to pull that up, and it's going to load over here. And if you you can like open this in a new tab so it doesn't interfere with the SAM window that you have open, which is what it just did to me. So you can do that. Okay, so here's the e-text for module 1, and you're just going to go through these steps. Okay, all these steps. Okay, and I'm just going to keep clicking until I get to the end of this first section, and I believe that yeah. So when you get to creating an envelope, the instructions were do not create the envelope. Okay, so you're just going to go through here and complete all these steps, because you can see right here, this is the document. I don't think you're going to go any further, but let me go one more section just to be sure. Let me go past this quick check right here. This is session 1.1. I'm going to go one step further. Okay. So this is formatting a document. Let me go through here. Let's see. This is actually putting a flyer. And this, I don't think, is part of your very first document. It's not, because you're not adding a flyer. The very first part is just creating the block style letter. Let me double check this just to make sure. Yes. Okay. So you see right here, you're starting the letter by creating the inside address. You got the date, the inside address. Okay. Then you're going to keep going, and you're going to type the sentences in there. Okay. And you're going to save it. Okay. All right. And you're just going to keep going. Okay. This is showing you this is where you're at in the letter that you're doing. You're going to remove a hyperlink. Some of these things you may already know, but you're going to have to go through the entire part of session 1.1 to make sure that you've got everything in this letter that you need. Okay? And to finish typing the letter, you're going to put sincerely yours, and you're going to do exactly what it tells you to do. Okay? Now, when it says your initials, you're going to put your initials at the bottom of the letter. Okay? Save the document, and now you finish typing the letter. You need to proofread it. Okay? Proofread your document. Make sure everything's correct. Adjust any line spacing that you need, the inside address, all that good stuff, because you should not have a bunch of spaces in between your inside address. You're going to clean that up. So you got to follow this. Okay? Keep going. Adjust your margins. Okay, preview it. Close it. And again, do not create the envelope. That's what you're doing with that blank document that we just opened. Okay? And you're going to type it all in, save it. Then you're going to go back to Sam. And because it closed me out, I'm going to have to go back here. So I go back here. And it's loading it up here. Okay. So then once I've done that, then I am going to upload it back into Sam. And yours is going to look different than mine because I'm not a student. So you'll see where you can upload it. Make sure it's got the right file name and your first and last name at the end. Okay? And after you do that, there are the videos that I told you in here of how to upload in Sam, see your results, correct any errors that you have. Once you correct any errors that you have, you're going to have to resave it and re-upload it again. Okay? And then if you get 100%, you're done. Okay? Then you're going to move down to Project A and Project B. Now, before I get to those, I do have page numbers in here because some people do have the actual physical copy, unless they've changed the page numbers. But I hope that's not confusing. I can take it out if it's confusing. But it's just the first section, okay, of your textbook for Project 1.1. All right, now 1A, I'm going to open this up. Once you do 1A, 1B is going to be pretty much the same thing, just a little different. Okay, so I'm going to open up this. This is what the solution file is going to be. So when you're done, this is what it should look like when you're done. Okay, so this is where you go into the second session of your e-text and can continue reading so you know how to do these things. Okay, I'm going to close this. This is the start file. here's your instruction file. I'm going to open up the start file first. Okay, so all you're going to do now is go in here and correct any formatting. So it's basically on one page, some colors and things like that. I'm going to close this. This is your start file. This is your instruction file. I'm going to open that. Okay, so you're going to go in here and you're going to follow these steps. Okay, all right, go all through these steps. Now my suggestion is that when you go through these steps and you know how to do this, or if you had to look it up to see how to do it, make you a little note here if you can print it out. If not, jot it down on a piece of paper. Number 1, I need to do this. Number 2, I need to go here to get this. Okay, and then because this is going to be the exact same steps on project B, it's just going to be a little different as far as what it looks like, the picture on it and things like that. But the steps are going to be pretty much the same. Okay, so that's your instruction file. Okay, a lot of times people will like have this over here and have your blank document start file over here. Let me open that. Okay, so now I've got my start file here. Alright, and I've got my instruction file over here. Okay, so I've got them side by side. You can adjust it however you need to. Okay. So then, once you've got this done and saved, go back. It's the same process that you did for Project 1.1 for uploading it in SAM. See what kind of errors you have and correct them. Resave it and re-upload it so you can get a grade of 100. I think you have 3 attempts to get these corrected and uploaded. Okay. I hope this clears this up of what to do. Your data files are right here. If you ever need to get those, this is all of them. This is the Word 1 folder. So if I open that up, it's gonna, okay, so here are all the files that you need. All right, so if it tells you you need the dog file, well then you're gonna have to open this and save it to your computer so you can insert it into your document. You can't insert it from here. Okay, so if I click on this, okay, there it is. Okay, I can save this. I just right clicked and saved it like in your pictures dog. Okay, then when I open up my, I'm just going to use a blank document. Okay, so once I have this open, then I can insert my picture from right there. There it is right there. Then I can insert it. I can change it, whatever I need to do. Notice that because I'm clicked on the picture, this Format Tools tab becomes available. So then I can use all these tools in here. Maybe I need to resize it, you know, things like that. Okay. All right, so I hope this has cleared up any questions that anybody has had. Again, all this information is already in here, you know, so I'm hoping, you know, that you can see these links in here for the videos. This is starting today, tutorial 2, and here's a video here as well. Okay, if you still have issues, please send me an email. Don't email each other and say, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to do. Okay, this is what I'm here for. Okay, I am trying to help you. I've put videos in here to help you. I've put stuff in here that you need to read. Okay, just don't jump into it. Read and see what's going on, what you need to do. Take that time. If you take that little bit of time up front to read this stuff, it will make all the difference in the world. Okay, and all the information that you need to complete your documents and get 100% is in your e-text. I promise you. Okay, you got to read that too. And I know it takes time.